Alright, let's replace the rear main seal on this Toyota Sienna with a 3.3 liter engine. To remove this 14mm bolt, you need to hold the engine from the oil side from the crankshaft so the engine wouldn't turn when you're taking out this bolt. Or if the valve covers are open, then you can use one of the camshafts to hold the engine to prevent the engine from turning when you're taking out these bolts here. Notice how it goes, like this. The other side is a little bit different, as you can see. On the flywheel or flex plate, you're gonna see the numbers here. The drive plate spacer here, this is the front one, the one in the front. And see the small hole right there, small hole. And the other side becomes like a small pin right here. It goes in the hole right there. Now that hole stays in that position at 12 when the engine is on time. Piston number 1 is on top the center. Here, like this, and it locks because of the hole inside. The pin gets inside the hole and it locks it. And the other way, if you put it this way, it will not lock at all. To take out the rear main seal, we can try one of these tools here. This hook, very pointed, or either this one that is straight. And whatever you do here, make sure you don't scratch the crankshaft, otherwise that's going to be a big problem. It's gonna be leaking oil after you're done with the job. Now I'm using the one that is straight here. And the rear main seal is out. I'm gonna give it a clean up here. Do not sand it at all, only clean it. Probably takes a little bit longer, but this is the way to do it. Whatever spray you're using to clean, just make sure you don't spray directly there, but spray on the right here. Carbo shock cleaner. This is the rear main seal. This is Velcro. I'm gonna be providing the information in a second. I'm gonna be applying here on the lips some MPV grease. That's what Toyota says, so we're gonna do that. Alright, MP grease right there on the lips, and I use a piece of wire. It's kind of thin piece of wire here to install it. What happens is if you put it like this, sometimes the lips turn the other way here. The lips on this side go inside and this one come out. Then the lips are twisted and the rear main seal is damaged, so just be careful with that. And I only use my fingers to install this oil seal. It's very easy. I don't use any additional tools. I just push it little by little all around so it can go inside evenly. It doesn't get crooked because I lubricated the seal, so that makes it very easy for me to push it inside little by little with my fingers. I ensure not to sink it from one side or either leaving it sticking out from one side, so I have to ensure that it goes inside very evenly. The top part of the main seal here has to remain at the same level of the surface here, and the rear main seal retainer, that's what this is called. This plate here is called rear main seal retainer. That's what Toyota calls it, the same name, exactly the same name as the rear main seal. Now take a look all around to see if it looks sticking out or either it's sinking from one side. And the last thing I do is I grab a socket and I pass the socket over the oil seal and also the engine block surface. If at a certain point the socket loses contact with the oil seal, that means the oil seal is crooked. It's deeper from one side compared to the other. Or either if at a certain point the socket bounces, that means the oil seal is sticking out from one side. Now, not every manufacturer will recommend to install the rear main seal applying a little bit of MP grease. Some will recommend you to do it dry, so always read the repair manual for that specific vehicle, year, model, and manufacturer. The rear main seal right there, the information, it came with these two other gaskets here. I didn't use them. Let's install the flywheel. That's the small hole right there. It becomes a small pin on the other side, remember? Right there. It goes right there. Remember, you have to see the numbers. The other spacer here, the dry plate spacer. So it goes like this. Again, 14mm bolt. thread them inside by hand as much as you can. And we're gonna torque this bolt 61 foot-pounds, 6-1. I'm gonna do it this way. That's the crankshaft already locked up with a big ratchet right there because I don't have anybody who can hold it for me. I already set my torque wrench to 61 foot-pounds. Thanks for watching and stay blessed.